Hey, good morning, YouTubers and sign carvers. It's going to be another Senior Moments by Dave. And I've had a lot of comments on the Senior Moments that I've done. They're all positive, so people like them. But I've had a lot of people say they really like the ones where I show where I make something. So what I'm going to do on our layout items that most of you know about, we have cabinets that we keep our letters and numbers that we make for layout, for sign layout. And in the cabinets we have these boxes, and this is the box that I make with the laser, and then I put it together. So I'm going to take a few minutes this morning, and can you see that box all right, son?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I'm going to take a few minutes this morning, and I'm going to show you the file, the computer file on this box that I made, and then I'm going to show you the components that go into it, and then I'm going to show you how I put it together. And then at the end I'll show you how it fits in the little storage box that we have in our laser room, where we have all the different sizes of letters and numbers and the different fonts. Each font has its own storage case. So that's it for now. And while you're there, let me put this to one side. And then I'll come right back. And this is can you see all of this stuff good enough, son?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a good shot of it.
These are the pieces that it takes to make that box. This is the bottom, the two sides, the two ends, and these are the kind of like the egg crate inserts that go in.
The slats for in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, the slats for in the middle, and these are all the parts. And I've got the file. If you can swing around here and look at my computer screen.
Tight corners in here, but
yeah, it's kind of tight corners. This is my file on my computer screen, and these are all the components. This one is the bottom, just like you see here, and these are all the different components. So each one of these has to be cut in order for me to put this box, make this box, and put it together. And this is sort of the box I designed, and then I added all of these little things here to give it thing where you see where they kind of click together. I'll show you more about that when I put it together, show you why these little slots are there. So I'll show you that more. Now I'm going to move my stool and Eric can move the camera, bring it around, show you what we're doing on the laser. Now I've got the laser on pause right now, but this file, I've got it set up where I'm cutting 4 of these pieces, and I've got the right side board in there. And so when we get the camera over, here, I'll turn the laser back on. I've got it on pause, and you can see how it cuts that stuff. So hold on a second.
All right, we're going.
All right, now I've got the laser on pause, so all I have to do is press this button so you can watch what happens now. So it's cutting the tabs now where everything will fit together, and it'll take about another 8 or 10 seconds.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to adjust the light correctly, so we've got it so it's not too bright. You know, different parts of this room is some places are brighter than others.
After it finishes this, it'll start cutting those slots in the next one, and I'll give it about another 10 or 15 seconds. I know for those of you who haven't seen a laser operate, it's kind of fascinating. Even for those of you who have, it's fascinating.
Okay, so this is just for reference. This is tell us a little bit about this laser.
Yeah, this is an Epilogue laser made in the U.S. It's air cooled, not water cooled like the Chinese. The Chinese lasers will do the job, but Epilogue is so much better. It's just, nothing hardly ever goes wrong with it. And this is a 75 watt, what they call a helix. We've got other less powerful lasers. We've got 30 watt and a 45 watt or 50 watt.
And what size is the table on this?
The table on this is 24 by 18. On our other lasers, they're not quite at that big a table. And eventually, someday, maybe I'll get a big laser with a big table. But for now, this does the work for us. Now, as soon as that gets up around the corner and starts on a straight cut, we can shut it off.
Okay.
Just show you. Okay, folks, now I'm going to show you how I put this together. It'll only take just a few minutes. And I want to, some of you have seen these before, but these are little wire clamps for holding things together. They're absolutely the neatest thing that I've ever found for what I'm doing here. So I'll show you what they are. Now, to begin with, I take the end, then I take the side, and I make sure that everything is fit within the groove. And if you don't get it the right way, you have to turn it around. So now that corner is fit together. But it won't stay there. If I let it go, it won't stay there. That's where these things really are really nice. All you do is open that up, and it just kind of, the points go into the wood, and it holds that thing. I'm going to turn this now so you can see a little better.
I'm moving around, so no big deal. Something hit the floor.
So I just come down and strip that in like that, and I just drop the end piece, so hold on. So this one has to fit because the other one's already in. Sometimes if you don't get things that'll stay together while you get this little tool, it gets a little tricky, but that's really all there is to it. Then once you get that tool on there, as you can see, it just...
I would imagine the more you put on, the easier it is at kind of, at the beginning, that's the toughest part.
Yeah, the first one can be the toughest. Now, sometimes you can put it in there and put it together, and it just slips right in and it holds real good. Now I have, for a lot of the things that I make, I have assembly fixtures that holds everything together.
Jeez.
But on this one, since this isn't a production item, I make these just for our own use. I didn't make a fixture for holding it together because I'm using these corner clamps. The only thing, when you're using something like this, you need to be sure that you're keeping everything flat. Because if it gets out of flat, then the whole thing can just come apart.
And this is, what's this material?
This is 1/8 inch birch, or 3mm birch. It's almost 1/8 of an inch. Lacks just a few thousand to be an 1/8 of an inch. Now after I get the corners done like that, what I like to do, it actually takes up a little bit different space, but what I do is I'll get something, I have a Lazy Susan that I put these on, but for this demonstration, I'm just going to set it up on top of something like that. Are you still in focus with it, son?
Yeah, very good.
And then I'm just going to put, right in the center, I'm going to put 2 more of these. And that's the reason that I kind of lifted it up, because so that these could go in like that. You'll see it when I turn it around. That's the reason I lifted it up, because these won't go in this way, they go in this way.
Right.
And they would
That holds everything flat.
Yeah, it kind of holds everything together just until I get ready to glue it up. Now, now the next operation are these, and what I do on these, I put it in like that, and this tab goes in that hole, and then I swing it around to where it snaps in. That's literally all there is to putting it together.
Well, that's kind of nifty. I've never seen you put one of these together.
You like that, huh? That's why I made it like this, so they snap together easily. I may use this design on something else at some point in time, but I was kind of happy with this one. Now once I get that in, then these, because these little tab holes are at the bottom here, this lines up the same. So what I do is I start these, you kind of have to manipulate them a little bit. Make sure everything is lined up. You'll always find one that doesn't quite go in, so you have to make sure which one it is. I made these to fairly tight tolerances. That's why it slips in a little hard, but there it is. It slipped in.
Good.
Now I'm going to put the other one in. It'll take a little manipulation for me to get it done, but I'll get it. Sometimes they go a little easier. I love doing this stuff. There we go. Now, as you can see, that box is done. Now, I do have one more operation. I'm not gonna do it on camera because it's not really necessary. This shows how it's done, but I have something that's called Gold Bond. And what I do,
It's actually called Star Bond.
Star Bond.
Gold Bond's a powder.
Yeah, right, Gold Bond.
If
What
it's
I use on my underarms.
Yeah. If it's chafing, you use Gold Bond.
Yeah, what I do here is I take this Star Bond because it's a good adhesive, and I just right in the corners. I just get in the corners, and I come all the way up on all four corners, and that's really all it takes. And then here in the center where I've got this outside, I do a couple of them here. And that's really all it takes to hold us together. Now, if it were something that was going to a customer, I'd probably do all the seams.
Can you hold that bottle up for the camera?
The bottle?
Yes.
Sure.
Remember, guys, Star Bond's one of our sponsors. Yeah, turn it around so we can see it. And if you guys want to buy some of this stuff, you can go to Star Bond. I'll put it across the screen. You can go to starbond.com and use the discount code MakeAWoodSign. You get 10% off. Like I've been saying for a long time, we use this stuff almost every day. It's awesome. I love
Yeah, this stuff, because this is fairly thick, it's sort of a gel, but it squeezes out. And it takes a little while for it to dry unless you use this accelerator. Now, you've probably seen Eric use it, so you know how fast it works. But all you have to do is put a little bit of this on your product, hit it once with this just a squirt of this accelerator, and bang, it sets up, and it's glued together. It will not come apart.
So this is definitely Dave approved then.
Yeah, this is Dave approved stuff. It's good stuff.
All right, good.
So I really like it, and you know we use it. We highly recommend it. So
Okay.
and anything that I'm make and put together that I need adhesive on, this is what I use. So there we have that box. It doesn't take me that long to make them. It takes longer to cut them than it does to make them. But we're going to shut the camera off. Going to take you out to the laser room, and I'm going to show you that one that I had at first with the letters and numbers in it. I'm going to show you how that fits in the drawer of our storage cabinet. Okay, so here's our storage cabinet, and this is what we keep all of our letters and numbers in. This is the 1 inch. We keep different sizes. This is a 1 inch. This is the 1.5 inch, which is the one that I just showed on camera. I'll be putting that back in there. See, that's the 1.5 inch.
And this is the new font. This is our new universal.
Yeah, and this is a 2 inch. Now we've got all the bigger fonts that we'll be cutting. They'll go in these other drawers. The numbers will all go in here once the numbers are all, and the punctuations and the different sizes will go in this drawer once I get a box made for it. And same thing here. There will be other items in here, and then the packets like the sets and so on will be in the bottom drawer. But these are pretty nice cabinets. I got them. I buy these at Lowe's, and I got about 5 of them here. Yeah, I got 5 of them here, and I think I got another one someplace else. So that's our Dave Senior moment for this time.
Okay.
And anything else we want to add, son? Well, or can you think of anything?
No, this kind of tells you, these are all of our layout letters.
Yeah, this is what this is our laser room, and this is our layout letters, and that's what this senior moment is for this time. We'll see you next time. Bye.